And we're back with Harrowings in the Passing Show, looking up at Street Northwest in Washington, D.C. Heading down towards the market, as I usually do. I'm going to stop in the daily provisions and get my breakfast and think about everything and nothing. And the everything and the nothing is a good book to pick up. It's fairly thin. Mayor Baba writing. He did a number of books that are out there for people to read about him and his philosophy. My own philosophy is a reflection of this in some ways, and always, really, because everything is nothing and nothing is everything. Everything's emerging out of nothingness and falling back into it. We are temporary manifestations of the one, as I see it, and no one's here, so that's good. I like being alone on the passing show. I also like when people join in, and I like to amplify others' signals through the noise. It happens occasionally that I'll put somebody on with me, invite them to join, and we'll have a conversation as we go, as I walk, as I talk, as I think. And that helps me think. It helps me think by conversation with others. Look at the turning of the trees, that dark purple of a gum. I think it's gum. There are a couple of them framing the Embassy of Albania. And just generally, the colors are about peak right now here in Washington, D.C. I expect they are in the Shenandoah Valley as well. Reminds me of going down there during the fall. And, yeah, what can I say? I've made mistakes, but are there really any mistakes? All things tend towards the greater good. So says St. Paul in Romans 8:28, if I'm not mistaken. And I still seem to be the only one here. That's great. But it's early. Yet, here's some baked goods are being moved in. This has been trashed. The outdoor seating, I guess, for one of the restaurants. Newspapers. Yeah, the Sunday Times. I used to read the Sunday Times from time to time. That was something enjoyable. My father used to get it on a regular basis. Reading the New York Times was a great pleasure for him. Kept himself informed. I did what I could to keep him informed, even as the years passed. It was one of my great joys was to bring him a new book to get into. He could read, even though he was ill and dying. He read right up to the end. And I have a record of the books that he read. So I'm going to get into that one of these days soon. I don't know. I have so much to do. I've scheduled myself to do a couple of certifications. I need to complete those before I can move on to the next thing. As I mentioned earlier in a little My Situation text post today, I'm going to a conference in the middle of November. We are at November 2nd, 2025, Washington, D.C., if you're just joining, or no one is. I can't tell if anybody has or not, but it appears that no one has. The passing show goes on, regardless of whether anyone's here to watch it, like a tree falling in the forest. I'm making a mark, and this will be recorded, and people will either see it or won't. Also, I want to say about this, there isn't a lot I can say. I'm noticing a fellow up ahead using a walker. all moving from dawn to dusk. We're all doing the best we can with what we have. Making our way. Nobody in the sugar green, it doesn't look like yet. Up in the back, setting up. And looking across the way, lights are on at DuPont Circle Club, above Mimosa Salon. Day 105, I think, my absence. Maybe 106. I'll have to go check. 106 days of the new life. I'm a dead rat. I guess. A cycle of life. Very recently dead rat, I'd say. I was walking along here about 10-ish last night. Crows howling. Old-fashioned ground coffee. Yeah, all the vendors are just setting up now, so it's going to be a little while before they're ready for us. Trees turning. Very lovely. Oh, good to have James Hulk and Paul Lewis having joined. Paul, I see you're a subscriber at paid levels of different Substacks. Congratulations for being a part of the solution. We are the new media. Paid subscriptions. Really what's going to make this platform work. Free subscriptions also very welcome. Just reading along, reviewing. So many different aspects to Substack. And it's a great platform to have. Now, coming up on Daily Provisions, I might continue my narrative with you guys. I don't know. Continue filming the passing show. It's a little documentation of who, what, when, and where. It's raw journalism. It's primary documentation for historians of the future, really. That's the aim. So with that, wrap it up. Hello, Ma. Hey, how you doing?